In 50 feet, turn left. Turn left. In 50 feet, turn right. Turn right.
Faster and a lot more.
I was starting. There we go. I was starting. I wondered why I have had no sound. So yeah. So this is just a quick video, really. Just a test. Just to upload something. I have videos about this that's gonna be coming out on the IRL channel. Basically, I am now on a Asus ROG Strix 3090
In
OC.
50 feet,
It's the
turn
White
left.
Edition, but you know, you get my point. I'm running basically high to ultra right now. I'm laying
Turn
about
left.
74, 75 FPS-ish while recording. Without recording, I'm laying about 80 to 90.
At the roundabout, take the
Which
second
is
exit.
fine. I do want a little bit more FPS, so I will probably drop my graphics settings a little bit and then put a cap to have a consistent frame rate.
Take the exit.
But yes, this is way better than what I have. I'm keeping about a constant, like, above 60 FPS, so the driving is, like, super smooth now. Granted, this is without stuff running in the background.
GPS signal lost.
My 3060
Navigation
is pretty
resumed.
much maxed out right now. For 3090, as far as 3D rendering goes. It's doing encoding just fine, because that's, again, a separate part of the GPU. So yeah, so let me actually go into my settings here real quick. Graphics. Let me put analyzing to high. Shadow quality to high. High. So anisotropic filtering, turn that like way down. And then set mirrors distance also to high. Let's just try that to begin with. And let's just see what we have in game. With like everything just high. Bro, even that in itself did stuff. Now we're up in like 90, 93 while recording. And I was just dropping some things from high. Low, Jesus heavens. But yes, 87. Now we're up in what I were at when we're not recording. Which means when I'm not recording, if I'm just driving around enjoying myself, I'll have even more FPS, which is even better. I'm really happy I got like now I'm having about 105. This is perfect. Here, high beams, 106 FPS. While recording, this is so nice, and that also means it's even better for me because that means I can do all my recording under one card, recording and gameplay, so I don't have to have two cards in there, which gives me space for having other cards. And with my when I upgrade to the 3900K, with me potentially only having two PCIe 16X slots. If I have a card which does not fit in a 1X slot, I can still use that in that system because it doesn't have to be taken up by a second GPU. It's the white one, although I am going to be putting water blocks on it, whatnot, eventually. And I will be getting a custom engraved anime backplate for it. So it doesn't really matter that much. So yeah, this is super nice. I'm now wondering what my American Truck Sim results are gonna be. Those are I'm also very interested in now. But yes, I've tested various games at actually 4K. I've tested Modern Warfare at 4K, Destiny at 4K, Farming Sim at 4K, Cold War even at 4K, because that I got to run as half, although it crashed in the end. Which means then they will run with even better FPS on 1440p. Which means we're looking pretty good as far as this update goes. It's so nice to be able to drive with about 100 FPS. I'll probably still, depending on what my lowest number is, I'll probably lock it at about 80 FPS. Just to have a consistent FPS. Because having a consistent FPS instead of having it fluctuate is better than like having highest possible frame rate at one point and then like having lowest at one point. Then it's better to just have a consistent frame rate cap. So you have one consistent frame rate all the time. So your frame times are pretty much nothing. So that's what I'm thinking. So most of my games will probably get a frame rate cap depending on what their minimum is gonna be, unless their minimum is just like percent stuff.
At the
Like
roundabout, take the
1%
third
low
exit.
and 01 percentile lows. You don't really care that much about. And I accidentally drove too far.
Take the exit.
Great, howdy. We are on our way to Trondheim, which is this way, 382. So yeah, but this is super nice. Super duper nice. And once I get a new joystick encoder, I now have those relays that won't burn up another USB hub and another joystick encoder because I did not think far enough. Because my head had a brain dead moment when I was wiring this stuff. So basically I wired my USB joystick encoder directly in with the 12 volt that was going through the ignition switch, because my ignition switch has 12 volts going through it, because it kills off the 12 volt going to my stereo. And well, what I didn't think, my brain had kind of a dead moment where I was thinking alternating current, where, you know, you gotta add the corresponding neutral to that specific life for power to even go through it, because alternating current. But this is direct current, so it doesn't matter if it have the same source or whatnot. As long as it has the ground, the 12 volt plus will go to that ground. So basically what happens was that the 12 volt went from the battery and then it went straight through the ground in my USB hub. Now the good thing is that was a good built USB hub, and it was powered separately by an adapter. So basically it just burnt up itself because of the protection inside of it, instead of actually burning out my USB port. So the port it was plugged into still works fine. So that's a good thing. And I have moved my K95 keyboard now constantly plugged into my station, and I removed my Black Widow V3. So now I also have an extra port on my IC box, like micro SD combo hub, which I can also use now. So that's quite nice. That was really all I was going to test for now in here. So I'm going to turn off again here in Lillehammer and then just park somewhere. Then we'll jump real quickly into American truck and to see what kind of FPS we're getting there. To see how that works.
GPS
I mean, we're
signal
having
lost.
72.
Navigation
We're dropping
resumed.
down to over 60 while we're in the city here, but we're still keeping above 60. Which means it's still pretty smooth. I would prefer up against like 80 to 100 constant. So I'll probably drop my certain
roundabout,
graphic
take the
settings a
third
little
exit.
more, like some reflections and stuff. And then see what happens. Ah, yes. Typical auto truck crash. That has with the mapping to do, not with any graphical stuff, so sure. But now let's test ETS, see what kind of FPS we have in there. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's an alarm 15 over as well. SES software. So now, let's just quickly check what our graphics options are here real quick. Just to see 300 ultra. Let's just put you to high. Scaling can stay at 300, sure. Just put everything to high. High. Anisotropic filtering about halfway. Call it a day. Then we jump into the game. That the menu is laggy has always been a thing. I think that just have something with my hook rate and stuff to do. I mean, it's fine when we're actually driving, so it doesn't really annoy me that much. Oh yeah, I need to redo my controls and shit. So generic joystick, that one can go gone. We are doing wheel. Steering axis. Oh god, steering axis. There, thank you. Jesus, joy wheel axis. Accelerator. Braki. Clutchy. And then shifter layout. Well, currently we're on an automatic gearbox. So forward, backwards, that's already in. Well, it's set to Eaton fuller 10 speed, but real automatic out up here because that's the kind of truck we're currently driving. So that's fine. Now I just gotta go quickly into keys and buttons and then just set my start stop engine to U. Just for that to work. And then parking brake is that joy as per usual. Engine brake. We'll move to that one for now. And call it the brake. Or, well, we'll actually remove you and put my escape on the sign. And then put you as that one because we want to talk. Then, by any luck of the imagination, we should be able to just jump into here. We are already in our truck. I should be able to just start her up, put her into gear. We should be able to start driving. And we have about 117-ish frames per second. Of course, there's less mods in here. Means less FPS issues. Oh god. Yeah, one problem here now. Oh yeah. Let's try and do that, and hopefully that fixes that problem. No, because that's the steering axis. The steering axis needs to be just dead. Just all the way down. Yeah. So now, yes, there we go. So yeah, we have 98, 95 FPS. Looking good. So I'll probably still drop some settings here too. Just to keep it about 100 constant. Let's actually go into our graphic settings again. See what we have here. So high. Anti-aliasing we can put to medium. The same as screen ambient occlusion. Reflection scaling is fine. The reflection detail vegetation I want to keep up. Ground density can go to low. Shadow quality I want, well, medium, high. Weather quality high. Mirror quality high. Mirror resolution high and distance. I want that to be high. Texture, I can turn down the anisotropic a bit. Let's apply that. Let's just see what that does. And let's just see what our FPS figures look like. 120, 113, 109 now as we come into the light here. And did it just crash? I think it just crashed. Or it did just like that funky thing that American truck does from time to time for me. Okay, well then we do Alt F4. Which, well, is not doing shit. Which means, or did you just close? No, you did not. Or yes, you did. But that looked fine in there, so we're gonna open up ETS again. We're gonna turn down those settings in there too. We're gonna set an FPS cap at 100, and then we're gonna see what happens. Because I believe I can set an FPS cap in here. If not, I'll have to do that through Riva Tuner. Yes, I can. Although I can only set her to specific things. So medium, medium. Reflection detail, medium. Vegetation, medium. For reflection, I want high. Grass density can go to low. Shadow quality, all those we want up. Anisotropic can go down a little bit more. I think I set this one also to... No, you were medium. You were medium. Medium, medium. And then we turn this one down to be 99 hertz. We apply her. And then yes. Then we go continue. Then we go drive. Then hopefully we'll see a pretty much consistent 99 frames while driving. If I can keep a consistent 99, then that's fine. It's better than having it fluctuate from like all the way up in honk to holy milk. If it goes below a little bit, it's like fine, but if it's not fluctuating as much as is currently, I'll be happy. Where is my... There it is. There we go. I know you're missing. Drive.
Navigation resumed.
Turn her on. Put her into drive. I like how my frame rate counter is currently seeing 138, 144, even though I put her to 99 as a refresh rate, but here we are. Anywho, she's looking smooth. Oh wow, now... Oh yeah, wait, I think I know what it's doing. It's actually changing the monitor refresh rate, it looks like. Okay, there we go. Yep. Hard as shit. But yes, now we're actually hooking the game. So now it actually makes more sense. But let's try and drive back to Lillehammer again. But yes, we're laying here, 117 frames. It's saying I did put her to 99, but it looks like she's not
At the
clicking
roundabout,
99.
take the third exit.
I don't know. It's saying 119 something up in here. Anyway, my point is she's working way better than what she did. You kicked out of gear, yes.
Take the
Well, will
exit.
you look at that, fans
GPS
ramping up
signal
like
lost.
they're supposed to do.
Navigation
Good.
resumed.
So yeah, this is awesome. The one thing I still have to test is Microsoft Flight Sim. Because I'm still having that just chugging down on my shit. Granted, that was at 1440p, so... Yeah. It'll probably be better on this system, but... But alright, let's try and stop by here again, and well... Hopefully have some shit go right. Well, I don't think this is Lillehammer
In 50
even, I
feet,
think this is
turn right.
Drammen or something. Okay. Alvrum. Yes,
Turn
Hamar.
right.
Oh boy. But yes, that means
In
shit
50
is
feet,
looking
turn
fine
left.
as far as this stuff goes. Which means I'm just gonna stop by here and then,
Turn
well...
left.
Yes. It's so good to have a 3090 in the
GPS signal
system.
lost.
It
Navigation
means that
resumed.
hopefully I won't have to touch 40 series, or well,
GPS
hopefully I
signal
won't have
lost.
to upgrade GPU
Navigation
until we're
resumed.
at like 50 or 60 series.
Make a
Oh god,
U-turn.
I drove way past where I, well, yes, should. Because that happens. Because barriers of maps and shit. Although theoretically speaking, I have the no fence mode, so that should theoretically speaking not happen. And I have now completely shunked my trailer, which is very, very great. And there's a tree. Don't take the current driving I'm doing as anything of an example. It's literally cause, well, oh god, heavens. Trailer, for fuck, God's sake, heavens. Come on, get me out of here. Get me out of here. Turn, turn, turn. I got a tree here. You gotta turn sharper. Okay, never mind. Just fucking send me to a repair shop. For God's
GPS
sake.
signal lost. Navigation resumed.
Yes,
GPS signal
thank you.
lost. Navigation
So
resumed.
basically, this ship works flawlessly. Fine, good, great. Now the thing to test. Yes, I do want to quit. Now, the nice thing is that I can kind of just lift my wheel out of the way to do the rest of the tests I want to do right now. Which is a few things. First of all, now being Microsoft Flight Sim, just to see how she will perform. Now, that does mean I'm going to have to move my on the floor. Preferably move my mouse out to here. And then take and plug out my wheel and then plug everything into that hub. Because that's literally the only hub I have enough plugs. Plug one. Okay. So then we do clonk, 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 clonk. We find Microsoft Flight Sim, which is already on there. Good. We open Microsoft Flight Sim. And then we see what the fuck happens. And what kind of FPS we'll have. I'm hoping for better on 1440 than what I had on the 4K, but we'll see what happens. With the recording as well. At least I won't have to sit around and wait for an update this time. Then, well, after that, I guess it's just to look at timeline performance and see how rendering a video on it goes. And by that point, I'm guessing my CPU is going to be just fully ass fucking limited or maxed out. So it's actually going to be bottlenecked by my CPU. I haven't had that happen yet. So we'll see what happens. So I did change thermal paste on it, so it shouldn't be running too toasty. It's just chilling at 68 degrees right now. Memory temp? We do not speak about that. Probably 110 by now. But we'll see what she gives us. And then it's really just that other system to figure out of. And well, I did a few videos. Now, options. What are we set to here? General options. DX11 customs. So we're gonna put this thing to medium to begin with. I want 100 on the terrain level. And well, a little bit more on the objects. The rest is fine, although motion blur is gonna be turned completely off. And glass cockpit refresh rate is gonna go to high. And well, yeah, the DLSS super resolution, I'm gonna keep that at auto. And well, it's in full screen, which is what we wanna be in. Then we'll apply and save and see what happens. So we're gonna just spawn in at the KLAX Los Angeles International. We're gonna spawn at just a random ass medium gate. Gate 148, because why the fuck not? Let's see what kind of FPS we have. I'm expecting it to be better than what it was on the 4K panel, but judging by how low it was on the 4K panel, then, well, we'll see what happens. And here's the thing, there's also funky stuff with my system, and also the fact that I'm running 4 monitors. It makes it so that the frames aren't really ideal. Ready to fire, I said. So, like, you can see we're sitting here at the gate. I got like 20 FPS. Like, none the fuck is this shite? Like, how am I only having 28 something FPS here? I mean, granted, don't get me wrong, the quality is way high still, but like, come on. Eh, resync off. So we're gonna put her to balanced. And then we're gonna turn down like 3 buildings, low, off screen, render, cache, terrain, vector, radar, sure. Objects, turn her a little more down. You can go down to 2, texture, super sampling, sure. Volumetric clouds, texture resolution can stay at medium. Contact shadows can go to low. Windshield effects can stay. Ambient effects can stay. And let's just try that. Some effects must be taken before the simulator. Now, one thing I am gonna do. Okay, so I can't do Vulcan. Okay, try and save. It says I need to restart the simulator for some of these things to take effect. So I'm gonna take just straight up Alt F4 and then refire her up and then see what my frames are. If I still got 20 FPS, then I don't know. Then it's something else that my graphics card. I had the same type of FPS on the 3060, which means something is just not having a great time. Because I should be able to get decent frames at even ultra with this card. I mean, the card is just chilly at the moment. It's laying at like 50 in game now. Granted, we have started 6071. I mean, it's nothing maxed out yet. Not VRAM or 3D or anything. Which is very weird. Because I swear, if we pop into something like X-Play, my FPS is going to be way higher. Mhm. Granted, KLX is quite a heavy airport. So granted. But if I can at least have 40 when I'm staying at the gate. Did this thing just freeze and crash? There it came. Oh yes, I'm having about 30 frames right now with nothing powered up. Still only got 30 fucking frames. Like, what the fuck? How do I only have 30 fucking frames? Now we're down to 22. It's like, hello? Microsoft Flight Sim? What the fuck is this? Okay, time to do some NVIDIA control panel. Oh, okay, sure. Properties. Nope. Primary monitor. Time to jump into the control panel. So go into 3D settings. Program settings. Add program. Microsoft Flight Simulator. EXE. And then off for FXAA. Then MFSS. Prefer maximum. Use 3D. MFSS. Off. Gamma correction. Anti-aliasing mode. Application control. Background max frame rate. Sure. Low latency mode. Ultra. For technology. OpenGL compatibility. Rendering GPU. Doesn't matter. Triple buffering off. Threaded optimization. Well, I'm just gonna try that, see what happens, and then take it from there. Mm. Let's see what kind of frames we have now. Uh, Granted, it doesn't do much to the aircraft exactly because it's a set thing. Because it's the A32LX, but you know, hopefully it does something. 1924, a random ass stutter. I mean, she is certainly better. And conversation is not, but she is not. Uh, she's not at any kind of FPS I would prefer. Which means, do we try going ultra performance and see what that does? Still 23, 22 and a half. Nope. Still just crap. Same as low, low. Still 25. Okay. Oh. Well, then I'm gonna check explain just because I wanna see. I know my throttles aren't properly calibrated in there, but I wanna see what kind of potential performance we have in here. Mm-hmm. 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 Wait for her to respond. She's just a little slow. She's fine. Well, so I hope. Explain is known to be a little ish. But maybe not. Okay. Close the program and reopen her. This is typical explain stuff where you do something and then it has to like redo stuff and then it just will not do flight start. Because I don't think it liked me unplugging my shifter. I mean, I will always use a hot minute doing the init rendering. There we go. Took long enough. I was almost falling asleep waiting for that. Oh god. Come back. Now I'm expecting my frames to be like fucking terrible to begin with. Because that's per normal. We don't seem to have any ground power. Never mind. There we go, ground power. We got ground power. We panel lights. But yeah, she is 28 on the frames, which means she is. Well, we do not want any of that, and we want like balanced on you. Done. Let you re-render real quick. 28-ish frames, so not the best thing in the world. And well, yeah, my throttles are like they go fine forward. When I go into reverse, they go all the way forward instead of actually going into the reverse detents. Which I have yet to figure out why. Because it's like this thing, reverse. Yes, reverse. And then you have this one, reverse. Well, yes, because you are how reverse FACD detent. Reverse, yes, FACD detent. So, max reverse, reverse, idle, FAIC, reverse, idle, climb thrust, that's the climb detent. That dead band can be removed. That's the climb thrust and that's the toga. And then we got the reverse. Good. Apply. Then we have you, FAACD detent. We got our max. We got our climb. We got our there. We got our U. Then just go FAACD detent. So if we go here, it's like fine. Just like linear. Well, why are you going back and not initiating a reverse? There is literally an reverser on axis, but nope. Why are you going forward like that? Because forward, the thrust works fine. It's only the reverser which does not work fine, which is the annoying part. Oh, God's sake. Darn hums, and I think it just crashed. Great. Yep. Uh, that is enough flight sim. Now let's do satisfactory. Because I've not tested that yet. I tried to test it on my TV, but it made it a VID resolution, so I couldn't do shit. Oh, overlay. Let's see what this thing does. Of any auto setting it decided to do. Options, video. High. Medium, blah, 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 blah. We'll take a look at that later. Yes. I mean, we're on Vulcan. Excuse me. That resolution does not make any sense. Excuse me. We are on windowed full screen. Apply. Confirm. Okay. Yep. It really just went like, what the fuck is going on? Let's just see what our max FPS is going to be. On our potential lowest with lights and stuff, and then set a FPS cap and then call it a day. 89, 79. I mean, the world is floating now, so our FPS is obviously somewhat better. Or somewhat worse, I mean, because everything is loading. Then again, we're using Vulkan, so it's like, I'll probably do DX11, to be honest with you. I'm gonna try to just go DX11. Excuse me. What the fuck? Uh-huh. I forgot Vulcan. So then we try and go DX11, which is more evolved on this. Options video. And then we go to DX11. We apply it, confirm it. Then we exit, and then we reopen. Of course, we need to do that because it's graphics API, so it has to be relaunched. And then hopefully we'll see some higher FPS numbers. It's a 40 fucking 90, mate. Okay, let's try this again with another API. By any luck of the imagination, we got better FPS. So I can set a cap, have some lights on without the thing being like all honk. Preferably, I would like to have like a cap at say 80, whatnot. So I'm just gonna already put the cap at 80. So that means that, well, by any luck, we're gonna stay around this. We're gonna have a few stutters one now as everything is loading, but hopefully that means we'll stay around 80 FPS and not have all kinds of funky shit happen. I don't know for sure. Um, um, okay. Um, oh, well, I wonder. I know why. Because, we don't have Povir. Um, there, if we then do clonk, we have lights. We drop down to about 60. Oh, God. Oh, God. Don't tell me everything is leaking out. Do I need to turn down my memory more? It's gonna be another crash. It can't say Vulcan this time, but if it says DX11 now, I gotta turn down the memory even more on the 3090. Memory on the 3090 OC does apparently not like to be overclocked that much. Which makes sense because of how hot they run. Eh, you gotta love it. And now the big question is it the memory issue? As far as my RAM, because I'm only running 16 gigs at the moment, because that is batch issue thingamabob I had problems with, whatnot. Or is it a... Bro, this shit ain't even crashing. Hello? Details, factory, game, exe, end task, end process. Factory game win, end process. I ain't even gonna get a crash report for that, but clearly it's not liking something. So what we are gonna do is that I'm gonna go in here. Oh, well, I see why, because apparently what's on here right now is my higher overclock. I set you to 900 something and said, here you go, use these clocks. Huh. Maybe that's why this thing is just like, oh, I'm gonna crash 24/7. Because my overclocks got cranked again, but I already knew they wouldn't be able to run. It does 1000 on the memory and 160 on the core. 130 and 900 should be fine. But my settings should still be saved, so we should still have that 80 FPS cap. Which indeed we do, which is a good thing. Or something is clearly not having a great time. We can clearly see that. While it's loading, I'm obviously expecting it to not have a great time, so that's fine enough. But I mean, if it just keeps about 80 when we're actually doing stuff, that's all that really matters. So hopefully that does not continue. We hope. Anything else now I directly have not tested, which is keyboard and mouse titles. I mean, we got Minecraft, but that's mostly a RAM issue rather than rather than uh, other stuff. I mean, I guess Battlefield 2042. I guess. And then it's probably gonna do the funky shit where it opens the EA app, tries to launch it, doesn't launch it. I have to go through the EA app and launch it manually. Because it's funky. It's spinning. There we go. Good, good. Now I just need to swap this one over real quick. That way it actually hooks. Something is clearly fucked. While you open the A, did you open the game? You were EA, we have talked about this. When I say launch, you launch the game. Okay? Or do I need to go EA app and do it that way? As you stupid piece of... Well, there, EA app opens. We got the spinny spin. Battlefield is starting up. Or are you actually gonna fire up this time? And then you... Oh... EA, we have talked about this. When I say through Steam, launch BF 2042, you launch it, you piece of crap. And now the EA app doesn't even want to work. What the fuck? Okej, så now... Åh, din jävlar! Allow! For helvete! Og så skal du ha meg til å sende meg en jævla kode. Din jævlar! Jeg vil bare fyre opp den jævelen og... Kom igjen, send meg koden. For faen. Åh. Hvorfor i helvete må du være så jævlig fucka? Yes, here. Get it down here, put it into full. But now as I'm logged in there with Steam, will you now launch if I go through Steam? Will you then launch properly, or do I still have to go through the app? Answer me that, thank you very much. This is the problem with EA sometimes. There! So now you actually launch Battlefield properly. Then we go to performance. I can see my performance figures. And by any luck of the imagination, you just fire up and work. Oh, jävlar Anna. Oh. Connecting to online services. 160 FPS. Yes. You don't say. Thank you. I do not care.
Let's make some
Okay,
trouble.
okay, 64. What is even my options at the moment? If I could check those really quick. Or less, 160. Oh god, it's already starting. Well, medium to low. And I think it's performance DLSS. We'll just see what the fuck happens. Oh, yeah, but yo. Oh, come on. Don't let the servers be like slow AF today. I swear. Thank you. Deploy, and then it's probably gonna be like a hot minute where it should just know what the fuck to do with itself. As per usual, and my frame times is gonna be all over the place while it's trying to load shit, but that's just... Well, the ground is all fucked, so that is just typical Battlefield 27. That just has no idea what the fuck to do with its servers at the moment.
Attack on Delta 1 is
Well,
underway.
there he was. Seriously, this is the only place we have occupied? What the fuck? Okay, what the fuck? My shit is like... I have like no quality at all here. I don't know. Anywho, she works like about these. That really the only thing we haven't tested now is like Valorant. That's about it. Well, that as well. Because I mean, I have two videos right now, or three, I think, which I can just pack together and export. I have one that needs to be done subtitles on and all that shenanigans. Oh, hoy. I don't have any Red Bull or energy drinks or whatnot because Oscar was like dead after work. Yesterday, so I brought one to him. Now I'm the one that's practically dead because, well, the clock is 8:11 and I haven't slept the entire night. Yes, here we go. Let's open this thing. Thank you very much. Which means the only thing we haven't directly tested now is like Apex. Like running all these first time setups together is only because I reinstalled my Windows that I haven't used. I practically don't played shit on this thing since I reinstalled my Windows. I'll probably lay down on the sofa and take a nap because I'm like dead, dead, big dead, 78. Oh yes, just bomb, keep, just keep all of this shit and stop blasting people's ears out because you don't follow internal set game audio on your intro, which is fucking annoying. Yeah. No, we do not care about the cutscene. And then you're compiling shaders. At least you're not as bad as Call of Duty. Okay. Yes, guys. Friend request. B, and no. Okay. So, we're just gonna go right on the firing range. We're just gonna launch right into the firing range. Not a real world scenario, really, with multiplayer. It's gonna be a little more action happening, but it's fine for testing purposes. Why is nothing what? Video. Full screen, people borderless windowed, field of view, split stake, V-string, people done. Adaptive resolution, dynamically lowers the render resolution. Yeah. You know, we just want the FPS cap if anything. Done. Insane, catastrophic, yes, high, very high. Blah 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 blah. Our changes and then we can start to run around. but it's 57 FPS, so it's not like there is FPS is like bad. I would really like that. I want that scope pick. Like our FPS is bad. I'm gonna have to set up some of my stuff again because now it's all wrong. I mean, it's 130. Yeah, that's not a problem at all. Oh yeah, Apex also works fine, so good. Which means Apex is fine. The Valorant, I don't play much, but I'm guessing it's going to be around the same performance. Last time I properly played Valorant was probably like Summer 21, maybe. Was like last time I properly played Valorant. I was doing pretty good with Valorant back in the day. I actually had a competitive rank back then. So you three, I'm just gonna remove it from the desktop because we literally do not care about those on the desktop. Anything more hand related we can test. We have tested Call of Duty. We have tested that. I guess anything we have tested is like CSGO maybe. Although I had good FPS in that from before, so not like that has gotten any worse. Uh, Beat Saber. Well, Advanced Warfare, I'm not expecting that to have any problem with running. Destiny, we already checked. That's fine. All the VR stuff, fine. Which means really. Not very much. Just yes. Really. Well, something looked to have been removed there, but here we are. So the only thing now is like rendering and stuff. Do we have some random shit we can just throw on render? Because just why the fuck not? Do I just have some random shit that has quote unquote already been rendered? Because then we can also check access violation because anything that's been newly rendered was rendered on my laptop, and we can test the graphics power over CPU per se. In just I have finally have a TV. Do we have a process to that? Picking up TV. Yes, I do. Which means let's open media folder. Let's open media folder. It's gonna open on my other screen. So I'm gonna prep my screen over to my screen right. Real quick. Here we go. Then we're gonna copy that project. We're gonna put this one into ready for export. 2.7K. Paste it in there. Then move to screen right. Then we're going to see it pick up the project. Oh, wait. Ah, yes, because you're saying you don't have the media, but you do have the media. It's just located on a different drive because the project file has been changed. Because the fucking project file was changed on the other machine. Stop! No! I do not want to finish. Locate the media. You should locate that media file, no problem. And yes, indeed, you did. Why is the timeline just empty? Because I'm way down on the timeline. Then I resave this thing. Then I close this. And then media coder decided to just like, bye bye, I'm out of here. God, for God's sake, Hans. Why can't shit just work? Adobe media coder and task. Bye. I've already saved you, which means you can also end task because you're a pain in the butt. Then you can copy from you again. Then we can go into ready for export 2.7K. We can just delete that project. Delete that project. Open media coder again. Don't buy any of this. It's fine. Then we repaste you there and you should have actual fucking files. Okay, we have talked about this. Then we can put you there, put you on CUDA and see what the fuck happens. By any luck, it's gonna actually start doing shit. Or did it just like yeet my watch folders to the next dimension? Nope, it did not. But then why aren't you doing anything? Then close. And then she flipped. Why you do this? Why you do this? I mean, it's obviously because my memory. That's obviously the current problem. Oh, hello, fucking. Oh. Now Premiere Pro doesn't even want to respond. So I'm just gonna end that. Boom. Problem solved. CUDA. Let's see. CPU is gonna be a problem, but we are seeing CUDA usage. So apparently we have 96 utilization. Wow. Yes, video encode. Memory and CPU bottleneck, certainly a thing. But yeah, we are showing. I mean, 20 minutes for a well over an hour video. I wouldn't consider that to be unreasonable. Which means if this one passes, it means I've also fixed my access violation issues. Which was annoying AF. also have checked that this render went through. I'm gonna dunk on the sofa. Have But yeah, you folks get my point. Stay tuned, stay awesome. Nikolai out.